peephole sign they're saying, and we don't want to show that.
What? Away from what?
Stay away from the peephole sign.
What the fuck does that mean?
And what's your IFB?
35. What is he talking about?
Send them back to the Middle East. Send them back to the Send them back to the
Am I on 35? Because I don't hear Scott, and apparently Scott is trying to talk to me.
Send them back. Send them back. Send them back. Send them back. My God, we will have a home again.
Am I on 35?
President Trump, double down on ice.
You want to hang up and call back?
Double down on ice, President Trump.
So Jake Lang, you've been out here. What is your message for City Council?
City Council needs to understand that there increased aggression against Christians, including the mayor himself, who told a Christian pastor that there will be a parade the day that he leaves. This increased two-tiered persecution of Christians, where Muslims are allowed to stone us on the streets without repercussion. They're being treated like kids when Christians come out here, and we have hate crime charges they're trying to levy against us just for speaking the name of Jesus.
This is a pro-Christian activist who announced last week that he would be speaking to city officials.
After I was stoned.
That he would be speaking to city officials at the city council meeting. And basically, as you can see, there are a number of people here who have showed up before this meeting ahead of city council. Police have a perimeter around here to keep everyone safe. The tensions here are very, very high. Police are here on the ground. They're on the roof of this library. They are working to keep everyone safe because tensions are so high out here. Now, Jake says that he has a Christian message, but as you can see, it has basically excited a lot of tension, a lot of hate speech, and a lot of derogatory feelings toward Muslims. Again, we're going to be out here all evening long covering this from all angles to make sure that this message and the coverage is fair and balanced. But as you can see, Jake has been out here probably for about 40 minutes now, speaking with the megaphone. He's got a lot of followers out here. There are obviously some counter demonstrators, but he says that he is trying to take Dearborn back. He wants to get his Christian message out here, and this is how he's doing it. So again, we're going to be out here all evening long. And
will you tell your audience that I was stoned?
You say you were stoned. There were arrests that were made.
Did you see stones being thrown at me on camera?
There were arrests that were made.
Did you see stones? Did you watch the video?
And again, we're going to be out here.
Did you see somebody punch me?
You know, you say.
Did you see me be assaulted?
You
agree that I was assaulted?
And police actually took care of that.
Where you agree that you saw me be assaulted by Muslims for preaching the name of Jesus?
And again, we're just trying.
I'm asking you as a
And again, we're just saying, as a Christian, we just want to figure out how you are promoting peace with this.
We are promoting peace through strength. We keep on rolling down and showing our bellies to the Muslims, and they take us over more and more each year. Peace through strength. Peace through strength.
All right. As you can see, police are here covering the door here of the library. We're going to be out here all evening long. It's unsure if this city council meeting is actually going to take place today. But again, we're going to be out here. We have several crews covering it. Back to you.
Your father is shaken. You are arrested for defending yourself against the tribe of jihad people. We have the right to defend ourselves against this jihad. We have a right to defend our homeland and our community. Today or today, we must end the war. We have a right to defend ourselves against this invasion. USA! 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 USA!
You couldn't hear anything?
No, I can't.
This is our land. This is the land founded by my forefathers. This is the land founded by Christian faith. Not to be taken over. Bunch of mongrels from the third world. That's right, Clergy. Go home, mongrels. Go home, mongrels. Go home, mongrels. Go home, mongrels. Go home, go fuckers. It's incompatible with Western civilization. Hey, man, because we share no religion toward Islam. The religion toward Jesus is your king. Jesus is your king. Jesus is your king. This king of Dearborn. We know who is coming back, and his name is Jesus. Muhammad is not welcome in my country. You're not welcome in America. You're not welcome in America. This is a Christian country. This is a Christian country. We will not relent. We will not back down. We will stand up, Christians. Crusaders! Stand up, Crusaders! We need a reclamation of our land. Reclaim America! Reclaim America! Reclaim America! Cowards! Cowards can't win on the field of intellectual battle. Your religion worships a pedophile. Your leaders are all socialists. Every Muslim is a Democrat socialist. All of your leaders are socialist Marxists. They love homosexuality. Look how far the Muslim religion has fallen. Sorry, my God, you're afraid of the homosexuals. I mean, these are the worst people in America. Regime to lead. Come on. All of your Muslim politicians are weak, spineless leftists. Abdullah supports homosexuality. No, is he a Muslim? You vote for homosexuality, Democrat. Marxist woke ideology.
Make sure they know not to ask a question. How they ask you a question?
Abdullah supports homosexuality. Abdullah is a fake Muslim. Soran Mandami is a fake Muslim. These people are fake Muslims. Maybe it makes sense because your own prophet is a rapist. Soran Mandami supports the trans agenda. Your Muslim leaders support trans agenda. Your Muslim leaders support the woke agenda. Your Muslim leaders are weak, spineless jellyfish.
Is the city council meeting taking place? I want to go live with them. The chief. The chief. I'm looking for the chief. I'm with Fox 2.
He probably doesn't have time right now to come out. He's not coming out here. Not.
What you doing? I like him like that.
Jesus Christ is King of Dearborn, Michigan. The pig roast is incoming. If you're hungry, the pig is coming. If you're hungry, the pig is coming. Abdullah said he needs to be supported. Support Soran. Support Soran Mandami. Support Abdullah Saeed. Support Relocation. Support the law. 100 million have to go. 100 million have to go. Jewish Americans, stand with your Christian brothers. These brothers are protect you. They have everything you stand for. Jewish Americans, for black brothers, support be used as weak idiots by the Democrats. If we don't deport the Muslims, they're going to vote in Sharia law. There's already Sharia law in Hammoud. We must reclaim the only country in the world. Sharia law is being instituted in Hammoud. Make animal sacrifice illegal again. Make animal sacrifice illegal again. That is not what we do in America. That is not what we do in America. Make animal sacrifice illegal again. Jesus Christ is the King of Dearborn, Michigan. Make animal sacrifice illegal again. Your leaders are weak. The Muslim leaders are weak Democrats. Your leaders are homosexual Democrats.
Are we live? Just tell me
Zoran
when.
Mandami is a homosexual. Zoran Mandami is a faggot. Zoran Mandami is a faggot. And Zoran Mandami is a Muslim. Muhammad was raped by 30 black men. Muhammad was raped by 30 black men. We all know it. You all know that Muhammad had a train ran out of 30 black men. That's what all Muslims are fucking saying. Muhammad had a train ran out of 30 black men. Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30 black men raped Muhammad.
Are we about to?
Muhammad is a faggot. Sharia law is for gay people. You're covering your women. Sharia law is low-key homosexual. Sharia law is low-key for homos. Deport 100 million. Deport 100 million of these mongrels out of my country. Muhammad was a rapist. Muhammad wants to rape all of our children. The Pakistani rape gangs in London, England. We know about the 250 innocent women that were raped in London, England by the Pakistani Muslims. The Pakistani Muslims are rapists. The Iraqi Muslims are rapists. The Yemenis Muslims are rapists. Go back to your country. Go back to your country. Jaden, bring it here. Jaden. Jaden.
Cue me.
Jesus Christ is King of Dearborn, Michigan. Christian, take up your cross.
I do. Yes.
Of Dearborn, Michigan. We will not relent.
Okay.
We will not bow down on your prayer runs. Our children will stop going to your mosques on school trips. We will not surrender to Islam.
Cue me just in case.
You will not destroy our country. Stop the Islamification of America. Stop the Islamification of Europe. Christian, it's time to stand your course. It's not a prayer. We have faith. Stop the invasion of America and Europe. Christian, stand us up to hell and not fighting about. It's not a sword. We have faith. You have faith. You crusaded, Dearborn. You have been crusaded upon. Let's go. The crusade starts now. We're taking our country back.
You know, this city council meeting was supposed to start
So do you think the things that come from Dearborn now are they consistent with the teachings and truth of Jesus Christ? You said take God's words. You said take God's truth. What does the Bible say? In the law of Moses, does it not change what it says? The law of Moses says to oppress not the foreigner. That's the law of Moses says. So we don't use the Old Testament, we just throw it all out, doesn't matter. So what does the Bible say to honor your parents? Does the Bible say honor your parents? Where does it say? Where? Where? Oh, the Old Testament still matters. That's the question. Daniel, David, God is the righteous in the Lord for people. Donald Trump is the righteous man. What do we use to test if he's righteous? What do we use to test if he's righteous? You repent, sir. You repent. You get going, you repent. Jesus saved. Jesus saved. Jesus saved. Jesus saved. Jesus Take lane, repent! I have to be excited, bro. If you don't know how to get just repent.
Brandenburg right there. She's going to be running for governor for me. Oh, okay. My name's Robert Coper. I'm running for lieutenant governor.
Get you. Nice to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you. We're on the U.S. Taxpayer Party. Okay. And we're already on the ballot for November.
Gotcha.
All right.
Watch for say hello. Welcome so much, sir.
Just want to Jesus and God. Want that to have a Jesus and God debate out here.
So thankful for our police officers.
John 17:3. Okay, what is John 17:3? Okay. 17:3. It says, "This is the life eternal. They may know me, the only true God, and Jesus Christ, whom thou hast sent."
or the father is only 2 hours. Listen, you know the difference between, listen, you know the difference between you.
Let you know it's not out here, it's outside. Lieutenant.
All right. Thank you all for your patience. Call order this regular scheduled meeting of the 35th Dearborn City Council on August 18th, 2020, at 7 p.m. As a kind reminder to everyone in attendance, please silence your cell phone communication devices as do not disturb the meeting. Mr. Clerk, may I have a roll?
Yes, Councilmember O'Reilly.
Here.
Councilmember Eno. Here. Councilmember Harris. Here. Councilmember Abraham. Here. Councilmember Hammoud. Here. Councilmember Al-Sawafi. Here. Council President Serene. Here. We have a quorum.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. At this time, I'd like to turn the meeting over to Councilman Robert.
Thank you, Council President Serene. Ladies and gentlemen, special guests and visitors, welcome to Dearborn. Before we start our regular city council meeting, I want you to know that I've served this community for almost 25 years in this capacity. And at every single council meeting, it has been a tradition of the Dearborn City Council and the administration to begin in prayer and recite the Pledge of Allegiance of the United States of America. This is us, this is who we are. This is the city of Dearborn, and this is the United States of America. Now it is my honor to introduce Pastor Jerry Rendell from Grace Presbyterian Church. He will deliver the invocation tonight. I will also, as I've done many times before, I will ask all who are able to stand for tonight's invocation.
Well, thank you, Council. It's an honor to be here. Again, my name is Jerry Riando, and I serve as pastor of Grace Presbyterian Church in Dearborn. Thank you so much for having me. Let's pray. Almighty God, thank you for the members of the City Council before me. I thank you for the fact that you have raised them up to lead the city, to sacrifice for this city. Grace Presbyterian Church in Dearborn, thank you so much for having me. Let's pray. Almighty God, thank you for the members of the City Council before me. I thank you for the fact that you have raised them up to lead this city, to sacrifice for this city, and to love this city. God, we thank you for each member of this council, and I would pray that you would bring blessing to them in their individual lives. I pray that you would bless their families and give them health and protection. We know that most of them work outside of these council chambers, and so I pray that you would bless the work of their hands and make their labor fruitful. The most important prayer that I can pray for them this evening is this. I pray that you would draw each of them closer and closer to yourself, and that they would come to know you more and more and understand your immeasurable love that you offer them both tonight and all the days of their lives. Lord, we know that there is a great deal of work before the council this evening. Some of it is complex, some of it is tedious, some of it is emotionally charged. Most of it affects the lives of thousands of people. On some matters, there is unanimity, on others, disagreement. And so my prayer this evening for this council is that you would grant them wisdom. In James chapter 1, you give us an astounding promise that when we lack wisdom, we may ask you, and you give generously. And so we do that just now. Please, God, grant these men wisdom. Grant them patience and understanding and forbearance. Grant these things so that they can effectively do what you have called them to do, which is to lead and love the city. God, we know we can ask these things of you because no matter how much we love the city, and we do, we know that you love the city and her people even more, and you desire her well-being. Father, we pray all these things in Christ's holy name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Pastor. All right, Mr. Clerk, can we have the first item of business?
Item number 4 is a resolution by Council President Sereni, supported unanimously, offering condolences to the family of Ronnie L. Chandler and requesting immediate effect.
Thank you, Mr. Clerk. We are deeply saddened by the passing of Ronnie Chandler, a resident of Dearborn, Michigan, who was born on July 16, 1944, and passed away on July 28th of this year at the age of 82 years old. Ron leaves behind his beloved wife, Sandy, his children, Amanda, Bridget, Katie, and Megan, his grandchildren, and many family members and friends who will forever cherish his memory. After attending Fortson High School, Ron's love for baseball led him to pursue a professional career as a pitcher from 1963 to 1970. He played in the minor leagues for several teams, dedicating himself to a sport that he loved. Following his baseball career, Ron briefly worked in the drywall industry before returning to school in 1976, where he went on to earn his bachelor's degree from the Wayne State University. After graduating, Ron built a successful career as a financial advisor for Sigma Financial. He was dedicated to helping others plan for their futures and was respected by his colleagues and clients for his integrity, wisdom, genuine commitment to helping others succeed. Above all, Ron cherished his family. He shared an extraordinary marriage with his beloved wife, Sandy, a testament to a lifetime of love, devotion, and an unwavering as I always called him. And on a personal note, his wife taught every one of my children through elementary school. Tremendous people that believed in hard work, paying your dues, respecting others, and living a clean, honest life. Tremendous man, and we may he rest in eternal peace. A unanimous roll shall be attached. All right, Mr. Clerk, the next item will be the public comment? Correct. All right, before we go to the public comment, I just want to give some ground rules that we do every meeting. The public comment under the term of the 34th council was changed to allow 30 minutes prior to our regular business items, which we will do here today. We have comment at the beginning of the meeting. Then after the business items, we will then pull the rest of the cards for those to speak. Kind reminder, we do not allow any outbursts. If you truly want to be heard, you need to be able to be heard by the council. We ask you, the others that are in the audience, not to have any outbursts whatsoever. And just keep in mind also that you will have a 3-minute time limit. The clerk will let you know when there's 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right, so we do have some cards, and then those who did fill out a card, you will be called, but it will be at the end of the meeting if you don't make the first 10. All right, first we have, is Miss Cheryl Cooper. Oh, you got it? Good. All right. Okay, so we don't have Cheryl Cooper. Miss Pamela Stokes. Just keep in mind, folks, the microphone is in one spot. Is there a pathway, officers? Is there a pathway through this side? Yeah. If we can, yeah, or from the rear, yeah. Is the rear better access to go around? All right, so if anybody's on this side of us, if they're like, all right, just try to go around to get the thing. Ms. Stokes, thank you for being here. You may proceed.
Is this okay? Can you hear okay?
Excellent.
Okay. Esteemed council members, mayor, my name is Paula Hamilton Stokes, and I reside on Linden Street in Dearborn. I am here this evening to show support for my beloved hometown, and I thank you for the privilege of your time. Dearborn has one of the most diverse populations in our country, and I will not stand idly by as outsiders attempt to sow division and hate. They would have you believe our city is under siege. This is no more than an attempt to stoke fear and could not be further from the truth. I have served 3 different mayors, and I was blessed to be mentored by each one, making me the woman I am today. Strong, confident, and incapable of backing down when I see injustice. Dearborn has always been there for me, and I remain grateful. Some of the kindest, caring, and open-minded people I have ever known live right here. We share our differences. We do not fear them. God bless you, dear neighbors.
Thank you, Ms. Stokes. All right, thank you. We have Pastor Lorenzo Sewell.
My name is Pastor Lorenzo Sewell. I have the honor and the privilege of being the senior pastor of 180 Church, where President Donald Trump came for his birthday weekend. It was there that I had an opportunity to pray over the president. And it was at that moment that he told me I would pray at the inauguration and I would be able to preach at the rededication. The reason why I'm here today, because Dearborn, in all of your prosperity, and everything that you've done, the spirit of Hubbard is still in this city. The spirit of racism still dwells in this city. This is a city that has prospered with your mosque and your call to prayer, but yet it's on the back of my people. It's on the back of Black people that we have funded everything you do. You look down on us. Your police enact injustice on us. And when Jake Lane talked about Jesus, he was assaulted because you are not up under American law. You are up under Sharia law. That is the reason why you have made no arrest. You laugh. You are 3 generations of racism in this very city. You know it. You have seen what has happened in this city. And it is my people that have funded you. It's my people that made sure that you have what you have. And you spit on us, you degrade us, but you're only 1% of this nation. We are not a nation of Muslims. We are a nation of Christians. We are one nation under God, indivisible, the God of the Bible, the God of the Lord Jesus Christ. That's the God in whom we serve. I want you to prove to me we're not up under Sharia law. Will you denounce, Councilman O'Reilly, will you denounce Sharia law?
Mr. Joseph Bajaro, you here? Baraggio. Do you want me? We could call you later if you like. Can you? All right, there is a pathway right there. There's a pathway. You could come this way. Yes. He was one from the middle.
Doesn't matter, you know, he's going to.
All right, thank you.
My name's Joseph Baraggio, citizen of the good city of Dearborn. I'm a professional in the sense of teaching history, writing history, and reading history. And I'd like to say that there was a formidable year in the 7th century when a new country came aboard. It was the country Russia. And the equivalent of George Washington Vladimir wanted to consolidate this new country of his by adopting a religion. He first went to Christianity, but the schism, the differences between Rome and Orthodox, Eastern Orthodox, made him shy away from it. He didn't want anything to do with this kind of a trouble. He looked at Islam, but he had to defer from it too because his people loved drinking vodka. So he looked at Judaism and he said, yeah, this is the right religion for my people. And a Turco-Finnish nomadic tribe out of Kiev, Ukraine, opted to become Jews, or Judaism, adopted Judaism. They're not necessarily.
Now, I know y'all been seeing what's happening with this Dearborn shit. These niggas is going crazy. Right? Now, we ain't got nothing to do with this. Black folk. I want us to stay out of this. Stay away
Jews
from
because
this.
these were people that
We gonna mind our business at all times. Anybody that's black, that's at this thing right now, you need to get your life together. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit you talking about. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit you saying. If you black and you at this shit, take your ass home. This ain't got nothing to do with us. Two different white people arguing with each other. Arabs and white folks are two groups of white people arguing with each other. Let them argue with each other. It got nothing to do with us. We staying home. We resting. We doing this. We live streaming it. We watching it. We eating popcorn and lollipops. I got soda, popcorn, lollipops. I done took my teeth out. I'm telling you, black folks, black folks, black folks. Stay on. Stay on. This ain't got nothing to do with us. You take your black ass out there and you get hurt, it's on you. Don't ask the black community to come save your ass because we ain't got that saving complex no more. That shit gone. If you out here and you participating in this shit right here, you on your own. But you know, black man, black man, black man, go home.
Okay. Next speaker, Jake Lang. Yeah, sir. All right. We're going to, there's no books or props allowed. So you either put them down or you'll be removed. You got 1 second and you'll be removed. What do you want to do? Put them down or you're going to be, there's no books, no paraphernalia. That's the
Tell me that white Christians are not being invaded. How can you lie to our faces with your takia? This is an invasion on all fronts. Our people are being pushed out of the workplace. We're being pushed out of city councils. That smug face of the takia Muslims needs to be wiped off these people's faces. These people are looking to destroy us. This is an invasion on all fronts. Our people are being pushed out of the workplace. We're being pushed out of city councils. That smug face of the takia Muslims needs to be wiped off these people's faces. These people are looking to destroy us. These people are looking to outbreed us. The Muslims have not come here to assimilate. They have come here to steal the wealth of this land, to rape our women. What about the 250,000 women in England that were raped by Pakistani Muslims, and they got little slaps on the wrist from the woke Democratic regime? The Muslims are being used by the Democrats to instill socialism in America. We know it. Look at all of your top Muslim leaders. They all pander.
This nigga Jake Lane about to have a heart attack to get that shit out. That's crazy.
The Democrats, these woke liberal idiots, the women in New York, to gain power. And once the Muslims have power in this country, then they will start throwing the homosexuals off the roofs.
I'm just trying to understand, who is he scared of? Because he sound like a scared man. You sound scared. You talking about what Muslims did in other countries. This is the United States. And as a black man, I don't give a fuck about a Muslim. I'm not scared of a Muslim. I don't give a fuck if they come over here or not. They can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't care. Long as their motherfucking life don't infringe on mine. And obviously it don't. But because you white folks are so scared of being the minority, you bitching about motherfucking Sharia law. That's what you got? This is your smoking gun. Sharia law is your smoking gun. Boy, you better get a better shot.
To run roughshod over us without a fight. The body of Christ is one. If you are in Christ, you are my brother. If you stand against Islam, you are my brother. If you are willing to stand up and take this country back, you are my brother. Join the Crusades and extricate this filth from our country.
This man is trying to cause a civil war. Listen to his words. This man said, join the Crusades and help take this country back. Black folks, listen. When he say he want to take the country back, he want to take the country back into a time where we wasn't shit. He want to take us back into a time where we ain't got nothing. Motherfucking nigga black folks are so far advanced right now that we make more than the white folks make. So now y'all scared about Muslims. And I don't even think it's Muslims, because Muslims is a religion. You niggas is scared of the Arabs because the Arabs got more money than y'all. They the old niggas. Y'all niggas scared of the old niggas. You can't compete. You realize that your fake money can't compete with money that's backed by real resources. In 2026, niggas start fucking with y'all. Niggas said, fuck y'all. Now you sitting up here crying to the city council talking about don't let the mosque. Don't let the mosque. Don't let the mosque. Don't let the mosque. Like, nigga. You want to make this a religious war? This shit ain't about religion, my nigga. It ain't. And if y'all fall for this shit, that this shit is about religion, you deserve to be out there getting your head busted with them. If you black and you out there right now, you deserve to get your head bust with them niggas. You deserve it. Every bit of it. You deserve every crack, every snap, every pepper ball, you deserve all of it. They should let the dogs loose on your ass. Hit you with the fire hose. They should do you like they used to do us in the 60s. You deserve that. Because you don't know how to mind your motherfucking business. Don't go get into them white folks' business. Let them white folks argue over there. And we keep that energy. Stay over there with that shit. But don't come over here. But like I said, some of you black conservative niggas, you don't know when to sit the fuck down. You don't know when it ain't a part of you. You don't realize when you're not a part of something. And black conservatives, yo, the motherfucker type niggas that want attention for no apparent reason. And you don't want to be a part of this. Listen, black folks, invest your money very well. Save your money up very well. Protect yourself very well. Invest in ways to protect yourself against drones. Invest in protecting yourself against fiber optic wires. Invest in protecting yourself against those things so that when this shit really collapse, you can position yourself to take their place. Because that's what this shit is all about. Position. And if you know, like I know, you know that you need to play your position. Stay in your spot. See, the old men in my family, they always told me, Blue, wait for your turn. Wait for your turn. Well, black folks, let me tell you, wait for your turn. It's coming. It's coming. Just not right now. This ain't our business. This their shit. Let them handle this. Let them deal with this. Let them fight this shit out. Let them take each other out. Listen, if you gonna start being next to them niggas, start thinking like them niggas. They think, let us fight and take each other out. Cool. I can get behind that. Now, here we are at the precipice of these motherfuckers having to fight each other to figure it out. Which one of y'all white asses gonna be in the country? Because if the Arabs win, the Arabs is under the blacks. If the white folks win, the white folks is still above the blacks. So black folks, I tell you, sit back, relax, and let these Arab niggas beat these white people ass. Sit back, relax, and let these white people get their ass beat. Because this is what's happening. It's no changing it. It's no stopping it. Everything that they doing right now, these are temper tantrums. And if you know how I handle a 2-year-old, you yell at him and you tell him go sit the fuck down. Well, black folks, let me tell you right now, go sit the fuck down and mind your business. This ain't got nothing to do with you.
Thank you, Council. My fellow neighbors, my name is Robert Plowski. I am from Southgate, born and raised in Wayne County, Michigan. I am not 10 minutes from Dearborn. I am close to Dearborn. I spend my money, resources, and support our community. And I stand in solidarity with all of our residents, elected officials, mayor, and city council. This city is a beacon of hope. You have amazing administration, all the way from Mayor Hammoud to our city council president, Serini, and our wonderful chief of police, Issa Shaheen. It would be my dream to have leadership like you in my community. But most of all, we are the future. We built the F-150. We're home to Ford. But most of all, we are home to a community of diverse people. We have the most diverse smart bus lines here in our community that transport people back and forth from downtown to the airport. 2, we have the best food in the entire United States of America. And 3, we have the amazing group of people that are working class just like us. And if Jake Land can see me, which I know he will watch this video, be scared, because us Americans, we are the future and we are not going anywhere. So speak up, speak your heart, but most of all, no hate is allowed here, and solidarity with you all. But don't forget that Dearborn is the future. May God bless America, and God bless United States of America and Dearborn.
Okay, we have time for one more, which is Ronald Dwyer. Sure, yes, sir. Thank you. Of course. Jeff, you take these back.
Dear esteemed council and mayor.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right, folks. Folks, we have a speaker ready to speak. Okay. All right, let the officers just make sure they go out. And then if there's people, now that we have room for others that may want to come in, please make sure there's afforded the opportunity for others to come in. There's probably about 15 or 20 seats. All right, sir, sorry, I apologize.
That's okay. I guess they just didn't want to hear the truth that I'm about to unveil.
You may begin.
Thank you.
All right.
My name is Ronald Dwyer. I'm actually the president of American Council for Interfaith and Cultural Relations. My organization works with Christians and Muslims, bringing them together. We also work with Native Americans and people of other faiths. That being said, I was involved in kind of what brought up this brouhaha on August 2nd. I worked with Sheikh Hasham, who we put together the Arbeen Festival, which is the festival that honors Imam Hussein. And the reason I got involved, I'm an Irish Catholic. The reason I got involved is there's a lot of mixing between Christians and Muslims throughout history. In fact, if you study Imam Hussein's story, he was a hero that stood up against an evil caliphate and gave up all riches, defended truth and honor, and lost his life because of it. That's what everybody was celebrating. They honor this man every year annually. And I was proud to be a part of this event now through my organization, bringing Christians and Muslims together. And I want to say something. Pastor, oh, I see he left. I guess he couldn't handle the truth either. He's got a church of 12 people, so do a little research on him. He kind of stole the church from the previous congregation. But anyways, what I'm saying is there's a lot of mixing between Christians and Muslims. Muslims believe a lot of the same things Christians do. They believe in Jesus as the Messiah, born of the Virgin Mary, and that he will come again at the end of time. Mary is honored, like Councilman or Commissioner Baidoun said. Mary is mentioned in a chapter in the Quran. There's a lot of mixing, Muslims and Christians. If people just started studying and getting to know one another, you would see that we are a lot alike. Okay, we have maybe a few little differences in beliefs, but truthfully, we have a lot more in common than we do in difference. And I want to say another thing too, even though I'm part of an interfaith organization that I am president of, Pastor Sealwell and another person, I don't mean any disrespect, but there is split, just like there is in the Democrat Party, there's a split in the Republican Party. And the Republican Party had nothing, I'm a Republican, I serve on the 11th Congressional District, had nothing to do with this event. In fact, many of the vice chairs came out and spoke out against this. They said,
You have
this is
30
not what we
seconds
wanted to do.
remaining.
Sorry?
You have 30 seconds.
Oh, 30 seconds? Okay. So I want people to know that too, that don't hate every Republican. I don't hate every Democrat. Look, I'm a Republican. Sam Baydoun is a Democrat. I consider Sam a friend. Look, after I finish this speech here, I'm gonna come down and shake Abdullah Hammoud's hand, okay? You know what, he's got a lot of unfair treatment. He got beaten up because he chastised a guy that has been a known
I'm sorry, your
problem in the
time
city.
has expired.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna shake your hand.
After Ron, you got it. Yeah, just have the seat there. Thank you. All right, at this time, we have completed our 30 minutes. Mr. Clerk, is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, the council rules completed our first council public speaking opportunity. There'll be another one at the end of the meeting once we complete our business agenda items. Anyone here cares to wait to the end, and then they will be called in the cards. We will call you after, okay? If you are leaving, sir, there's no outburst, okay? If you have Connie, this gentleman has a question, see if you can help. They'll help you, sir, okay? And just keep in mind, if you are leaving the auditorium, just to try to do it in an orderly manner. All right, at this time, before we move on to our consent agenda, are there any items of which any member will wish to remove from the consent agenda and discuss individually? All right, hearing none, Mr. Clerk, can we proceed?
Item number 6 is a resolution in need of offer and support approving all the items of the
I'm
consent
sorry, I didn't
agenda.
hear. Offered. Councilman Abraham?
Councilman Enos.
Enos, okay. We have an
I
offer by
support it.
Councilman Enos, supported by Councilman Robert Abraham. All right, Mr. Clerk, can we have the roll call?
Council President.
Yes, sir. Mayor?
I just wanted,
Oh, my God.
yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, we do have an offer and support for this item. We're going to pause real quick. Mayor, go ahead.
Thank you so much. Before we get into the agenda, I wanted to take a moment just to offer some reflections and some words over the events that have unfolded. I actually would like to share a story regarding a moment that happened earlier today. I was out on one of our neighborhood walks, and for those who follow me on social media or follow the work of the city, we do many neighborhood walks week in and week out, especially throughout the summer. It was an ordinary morning in Dearborn, just like any other day. Residents were outside. We're talking about sidewalks and tree stumps and property maintenance issues, all the things that make up the everyday work of building a city. And while we were at the park, a group of children walked up. And amongst them was a young boy, not older than 6 or 7. And he looked at me and he asked if the quote unquote crusaders that were coming to kill him. And I paused. I paused longer than I probably should have, long enough for the neighborhood police officer that was with us to actually interject and to assure the young child that he would be safe, that he should go about his day and enjoy the park like he would any other day. I paused because I never expected that question. And as a father, I haven't been able to stop thinking about it. Children that age should be thinking about what game they're going to the park to play. They should be thinking about whether they can have another scoop of ice cream at the end of the night. They should be wondering if they'll get an extra hour before time for bed. They should not be wondering whether someone wants to kill them because of how their family prays. But our children are listening. They hear our conversations, they see the headlines, and they notice when their parents are worried. And that little boy reminded me that what is happening outside is not just political theater. Fear has consequences. So tonight, I want to speak directly to him. And I want to speak to every resident of Dearborn who has felt that fear. I want to boldly say that you belong here, that you belong here as much as anyone else. And generations of people who built this city prove it. Dearborn was built by people with different names, different accents, different traditions, and different ways of worshiping God. Some traced their roots here generations. Others arrived with little more than a suitcase and hope. They worked the assembly lines. They opened small businesses. They taught our children. They have served our country. They built houses of worship. They built homes next to people who did not look like them. And somewhere along the way, strangers became neighbors. They shared a meal across the fence line. That is Dearborn. And that is the story of America. Yesterday, I stood alongside Christian clergy from across our city. People whose theological traditions may be different, but whose message yesterday was remarkably similar. Love thy neighbor. Care for the vulnerable. Feed the hungry. Welcome the stranger. And stand against hatred. Dearborn is home to more than 30 churches and roughly a dozen mosques. And each and every single week, tens of thousands of people walk through those doors to participate with their congregations. They may pray differently, but they pray for many of the same things. For their children to be safe, for their families to be healthy, for peace, for justice, for dignity, for the strength to leave this world a little better than they inherited it. So when people portray Dearborn as some place that have been overtaken by Muslims, they aren't simply attacking our Muslim and Arab communities. They're also trying to erase our Christian brothers and sisters who have contributed immeasurably to the city, and folks of other faiths, of other backgrounds, or of no faith at all, who have all contributed to the Dearborn that we all love and cherish today. And ultimately, they're attacking something much larger than any one faith or community. They are attacking the idea that all of us can belong to America at the same time. There are people outside tonight whose idea of America is much smaller than ours. An America where belonging comes with conditions, where your name matters, where your ancestry matters, where the direction in which you pray somehow determines whether you are sufficiently American. I reject that vision for our country, because what matters is not the articles of your faith. What matters is the content of your character, the kindness in your heart. Do you provide for your family? Do you check in on your neighbor? Do you help someone when they're struggling? And do you leave your community better than how you found it? Those are the things by which we should measure one another. I've always believed that there is something exceptional about the American experiment. Not because Americans are inherently better than anybody else, but because of the audacity of the promise that we have all made to one another. That people could come here from every corner of the earth, carrying different stories and traditions, worshiping God differently or not at all, and somehow build one country together. That promise has never been perfectly fulfilled, but every generation has had to fight to make it more real, and now it is our turn to carry on that fight. Tonight, the choice before us is actually quite simple. We can allow fear to make our lives smaller, or we can allow community to make us stronger. I know some families are afraid right now. Many families have reached out and told me how they have changed their plans for the day. Practices for youth football has been canceled. My daughter was not taken to daycare today. Some parents kept their children at home, wanted them a little closer. Some residents decided not to open up their business stores today because of the events unfolding. And I understand that instinct. But we cannot surrender our everyday lives to someone else's hatred. Our police officers are doing their jobs. I will do my job. This council will do its job. They are protecting this community and protecting the constitutional rights of everyone in it. So let them do their job and you live your life. Let the kids chase each other at the splash pad. Play another game of soccer, grab coffee with a friend. Fire up that grill and open up your business tomorrow morning. Sit on the porch with your neighbor, break bread and share in that meal. Visit your parents. Go to church on Sunday. Go to the synagogue on Saturday. Go to the mosque on Friday, or sit at home. Pray exactly as you have always prayed. Don't bother changing for anyone, because the greatest victory we can hand those who seek to divide us would be allowing them to convince us to be afraid of being ourselves. and we will not give them that victory. Instead, we're going to do what Dearborn has always done. We're going to keep opening our doors, because one of the most powerful antidotes to fear is simply knowing one another. I've met people over the years who have come to Dearborn genuinely nervous. They have watched something on television, they've read something online, or followed some of the comedians that were here earlier, heard someone describe the city as a place that they should fear. And then they came here. They walked our neighborhoods. They met our residents. Someone welcomed them into their businesses. Someone started the conversation, and ultimately, as is the tradition in Dearborn, put a meal in front of them. And somewhere between that first handshake and the last bite of that meal, something changed. The caricature of who we are disappeared and dissipated, because a stranger became a person, and fear gave way to understanding, because hatred needs distance. It needs us to remain strangers. Community closes that distance. So to anyone watching tonight who doesn't know Dearborn, but thinks they know Dearborn, I have an invitation for you. Come visit us. Come experience the city and come experience this community. And most importantly, come break bread with us. Ask questions. Tell us your story. And listen to ours. Our doors are open. Our table has room, because the longer the table, the stronger the table. Dearborn welcomes everybody, and that will not change under our watch. And to that little boy that I met this morning, I want you to go be a kid. Go play with your friends. Laugh too loudly. Get in trouble at home. Push the time limit in which you have to come back to the house. Because the response to those who believe America's promise should belong to fewer people is not for us to retreat into our homes or make ourselves smaller. It is to demonstrate each and every single day just how beautiful America can be when that promise belongs to each and every single one of us. This is the Dearborn that we will protect, and that is the Dearborn that we will pass on to generations and generations. God bless this city. God bless the most beautiful people I've ever met who reside in the city, who patronize the city, and God bless this country. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Mayor. Okay, thank you, Mayor. Thank you. All right, Mr. Clerk, you had to offer and support on resolution number 6. Can we have a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember O'Reilly.
Yes.
Councilmember Enos.
Yes.
Councilmember Paris.
Yes.
Councilmember Abraham.
Yes.
Councilmember Hammoud. Councilmember Al Sawafi. Council President Sereni.
Yes.
7 yeas, the resolution passes.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Can we have the next item of business?
We will move on to item number 31. Resolution by Council Members Paris and O'Reilly approving the minutes of the previous special open meeting of July 22nd, 2026.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Mr. Clerk, are there any additions, deletions, or modifications to these minutes? All right. Hearing and seeing none. Any objection to unanimous roll? Unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
Item 32, resolution by Council Members O'Reilly and Paris approving the minutes of the previous regular meeting of July 14th, 2026. Open meeting, the previous regular meeting of July 26th.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Are there any additions, deletions, or modifications to these minutes? Any objection to unanimous roll? The unanimous roll shall be attached. Next item.
Item 33 is an ordinance on the table, ordinance number 26-1870, an ordinance to amend the zoning ordinance of the city of Dearborn by amending Article 18 entitled 1A Light Industrial District and Article 22 entitled TR Technology and Research District. Resolution by Council Members El Sawafi and O'Reilly to take from the table for its final reading.
All right, thank you, Mr. Clerk. Unanimous roll shall be attached to take from table for its final reading. The Planning and Zoning Division is proposing an amendment to the City of Dearborn zoning ordinance regarding the use of classification of data processing. Due to the rapid technology advancements, modern data centers have evolved into high density and intense industrial facilities that are no longer compatible with the way data processing is currently classified in our zoning ordinance. As presently written, these facilities may be permitted under the existing data processing use classification despite their large scale site design and potential impacts of surrounding properties, which are inconsistent with the purpose of the intent of the city zoning regulations. The proposed amendment updates the zoning ordinance by removing data processing as a permitted use in industrial A, light industry, and TR, which is technology research districts. Under the amendment, the data centers would be instead permitted in the industrial D, which is general industrial district, where all uses are not expressly prohibited by the ordinance that are allowed. This is the second and final reading. Is there any questions or comments on this item?
Yeah.
Councilman Hammoud.
I do want to thank the Planning and Zoning Department and the administration for being proactive on this. I know it was a permitted use, and I think it's a good thing that we're cleaning it up now.
These dumbass niggas is worried about a mosque. And they about to build a fucking data center in your neighborhood. You care more about the mosque than you care about the data center. That's crazy to me, bro. How is that possible? How can you care more about a mosque being built in the community than you care about the data center? The data center gonna go pollute the water. The mosque just gonna have people that pray different. I'll never understand that. You can't get me to understand that. Why the fuck do y'all care about the mosque? Y'all care more about the mosque being built in your community than you care about the data center. White folks really got their priorities fucked up. Y'all priorities are truly fucked up. When you care more about the mosque than you care about the data center. They building a data at the same city council meeting that y'all having about a mosque being built in your community. They having the same council meeting about a fucking data center. And they are counting on y'all being so fucking mad and amped up about the motherfucking mosque that they gonna push the data center through. That's crazy, bro. Crazy work. Crazy work. That's crazy work. Crazy. They gonna build a data center in the community. And y'all care more about the mosque. That's wild.
Similar to the last ordinance, the last resolution that went through West Downtown, the West EDA and our Jingle Bash for December 12th, 2026, with closures of both the parking deck, the West Village Drive, and as well as a noise ordinance as well. Any questions or comments on this item? Any objection to unanimous roll? Okay, unanimous roll should be attached. Next item.
Item 36, resolution by council members Paris and O'Reilly authorizing a sole source purchase from Oakland County in the amount of $226,000 for the membership and maintenance fees for Clements Mobile Data Computer System for fiscal year 2026 for the
Thanks for joining us here on Fox 2 Detroit Live. We are following breaking news out of Dearborn as the city council meeting is underway that you are watching right now. We are also seeing demonstrations outside. We were telling you all throughout the day today that protesters, anti-Islam protesters, were expected to be out there. They did show up Counter protesters also showed up. We saw police come out in riot gear, moving people away from the library where the meeting is being held. And this is the public comment got underway around just shortly after 7 o'clock, around 7:05. Recently ended, and you were seeing the city council getting underway with its business, and you're seeing right now more mounted police units being brought in. This is happening right now in Dearborn. Fox 2 anchor Roop Raj is with me now as well, Roop, and you've been watching this throughout the evening. Police, all things considered, doing an amazing job keeping it as peaceful as it possibly can be in a situation like this that certainly had the feel that it could turn truly chaotic.
Well, here's the thing. I think these officers are trained in chaos.
Yes.
I think that's what they signed up for, knowing that there may be situations like these that occur. And especially if you've had any experience in the city of Dearborn, you know this is not their first rodeo. We talk about horses and the officers on horseback. The real rodeo has been events like this that have happened in the past. Look, you zoom out, you look at the 30,000-foot view of this story. You're talking about Dearborn, Michigan. Whenever there's a national political story about Arab Americans and Muslim Americans, what city do they talk about across the country on every network? They talk about Dearborn. That very attention is what's attracted Jake Lang and his supporters to come out to say that they believe that the Christian faith is being threatened, all the things that they're saying. But the bottom line is, at the end of the day, these officers have done great work to make sure that these things stay relatively peaceful.
And to your point as well, we were talking last night with Osama Siblani on the Pulse Roop, and I thought he did a really amazing job of just talking about how it really is an interfaith city. There's more churches there than there are mosques. So while it does get that stereotype, it truly is a melting pot in Metro Detroit of just multiple different faiths, so many different cultures in that area as well.
Yeah, we just had a pastor, Pastor Hayes, who was on a few moments ago, if you were watching our coverage, and he basically is a church pastor in Dearborn, Michigan. These are folks who have spoken at high school graduations, at each other's churches and mosques. This community, and having covered it for so many years and been there, you go talk to the people who live there, whether they be Muslim or Christian or, whatever their faith is, they tend to understand how things go in Dearborn, which is peacefully. And that is always how it's been.
So I went to TikTok and too. And then fucking with. I got next. I'm put anything.
بلا عركة Nice. I got it, bro. It's big. Space, guys, space. Space for his baby. شايلها مجيء خافت روحي مجيء ليش مغطين وجيههم؟ ايش ما ادريني، جا ليش نلبس لبجان؟ نفس الحكي. Let's go into Like and share. That ain't even cool, man. I'm on America's side. I ain't in all that hating shit, man. I don't hate nobody.
Love you, man.
Right, love you. We all gotta live in this shithole, man. I don't know why we fighting.
Christ is king.
Fucking people running it are the ones we should be fighting with.
Jesus is Lord.
Jesus is king. Fuck Muslims and fuck Jews. Fuck the Jews. Fuck Muslims. Jesus is king. Fuck everybody else.
Jesus is Lord.
Jesus is king. Fuck Jewish people. Fuck Muslim people. Jesus is king. Fuck everybody. Fuck the niggers. Fuck everybody. Jesus is king. Fuck Muslims. Fuck.
America is a Christian nation.
Lord nigga, Lord nigga, Lord nigga, Lord nigga, Lord nigga. See, this is the problem with the motherfucking Arabs right here. You bitch ass niggas want to say fuck everybody and you want to be disrespectful. Alright. Fuck them. Fuck everybody. But nigga, watch your mouth when you talk about us. Cause nigga, I'll hunt you down and beat the shit out your dumb ass in this motherfucking country. Like nigga, don't ever in your life disrespect a black person like that again. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. I don't give a fuck about none of this shit. None of this country shit. I don't give a fuck about none of it. I let it all burn. The mosques, the White Houses, every motherfucking thing can go to me. Nigga, do not play that motherfucking game. See, this is why you don't want black folks out there, because black folks like me will let this whole fucking country burn. We'll burn this bitch to the ground. Motherfucker, you'll have to rise like a fucking phoenix. Rise from the motherfucking ashes, nigga. Better stop playing. Better stop playing. You Arab niggas better stop playing. Yeah, hey, listen. Get your oil money and act like you know. Because when you don't, that's what's gonna get you hurt. You can play all that religious shit. Y'all can have all the religious wars you want. But if you bring your black ass over here fucking with us, I promise you ain't gonna have to worry about Jesus. Jesus is your last problem. That's your last problem. You ain't gotta worry about if he was a Muslim or a Jew. It don't even matter to me. What's gonna get you fucked up is being disrespectful. So y'all Arab niggas, y'all need to get y'all man. Put them in check. Because disrespecting the blacks gonna get your ass waxed. And that's facts.
Dearborn, Michigan. Where are they all going? Damn, I should have got my charger earlier. Got 5% left. Get it to 50.
I'm about to watch your 5% ass.
Where are they running? Where the hell are they running, bro? Bro is just running to run. Where are they going? They're just running to run. I'm not running.
Assalamu alaikum. When رايحين? Alright, I'm not running that way. You're lying. Oh, he's burning the Quran at the mosque. Oh shit. Jake Link is burning the Quran at the mosque. He's burning the Quran at the mosque. Oh shit. He's going to the mosque to burn the Quran. Oh, step on the Israeli flag. Everyone. Everyone. Where are they going?
We're watching a live view of the Dearborn protest. Jake Lane is supposed to be about to burn the Bible at the mosque. I guess that's where all the Muslims is running to right now to stop Jake Lane from burning the Bible at the mosque.
Step on that flag. Rip that flag up.
They stepping on the Israeli flag right now, trying to rip it and burn it up. That's basically what we're doing right now. We're on TikTok.
Where are they running?
We're watching the Muslims run and chase behind Jake Lane. This is live video.
Where is he at?
Now, Muslims can't cut the sound on this live feed. Muslims don't control nothing over here.
Jesus Christ. They were just running for no reason. They were just running for no reason.
Beat the shit out this motherfucker right now. Yeah, he got out the hole, bitch.
See, the crazy part is, yo, it's like I can't tell apart if these people are white or not. Is that a bad thing that I can't tell if these people are white or not? Because I really can't.
وجع بطيزك. شوف هذه باع كانها زربه. اخر انت كأنك شرشبيل. اخر والله ساعه تمشي قدامي تقول الهضبه الغربيه. خرب اني. هذا شعره مدقق معفن. Fuck you, big. Well, I said that shit. So trying to copy me. صعب اني صايره طرقه الله وكيلك. هل تنشد على حالي خرج لاب اشتهيته ما حد طاني خرج لاب وقعت بنقره مدروسه خرج لاب وياكل بليدي.
I guess Jake Blank not live on TikTok. Let's see if he in. Hold on, y'all.
Americans who perhaps live near or are supporting the people of Dearborn that were part of the counter protests that initially gathered outside when Jake Lang, who, by the way, just before 7 o'clock, was on a loudspeaker for a good hour and a half's time. Our own Ingrid Kelly doing some just terrific reporting by going right up into the center of the heat, the fire, if you will, and asking Jake Lang, what did you mean by Dearborn is somehow encroaching on your rights? What do you mean that Dearborn is not an American city? And she was very strong and pointed in her questions. It was just minutes later that Jake Lang went into the city council chambers and about 7:10 or so a little over an hour ago, was able to address the crowd. He had a lot of hateful things to say, a lot of allegations that just aren't true. Quite frankly, they're just patently false. He ran a lot of those off of his mouth, and then he tore some kind of paper up. I don't know if it was the Quran, I don't know what it was, but he tore it up and he was escorted away by police. And since that time, what an amazing American picture here. And I hate to say that because you're talking about people who perhaps are exercising hate speech. But when you zoom out even further than that, you're talking about the freedom of demonstration and speech. And so in the center screen, you see all of the people gathered to protest. But over there on the right-hand side, you see public comment continuing as the city council now you're seeing people applaud there at the bottom screen, listening carefully to what folks have to say on either side of the coin.
And to your point, you mentioned earlier on the Pulse and on our 7 o'clock coverage, I should say, that what we were truly seeing was democracy in action, with the fact that while the rallies were still going on outside, the meeting was still going on as scheduled inside Roop. And I think that really shows, obviously, things are going to move forward. The city's going to continue to conduct its business while hearing from everybody, as again, the open meetings that we see here, not only in Michigan, but across the country, require.
No, you're right. I mean, you don't stop.
I could see how Flint, Michigan water got fucked up. I could see how that happened. I can see how that happened. Like, y'all care about the wrong type of shit. Y'all care about a mosque being built, and they about to build a data center in Dearborn. So now Dearborn water is going to be just like Flint, Michigan water. It's not going to be no drinking water in Michigan at all. That's going to be wild. Talking about a third world country. Take your ass to Michigan.
Thing being homogenous. Diversity is not all mosques, all churches. The diversity lies in the differences. And that's the beauty that all of these Arab American leaders in Dearborn are trying to point out, Aaron, is that, look, we have churches, we have mosques, and Christians and Muslims live side by side in peace. And it is only when these antagonists come that you see this type of boil up, as we've been pointing out throughout the night.
And we're getting responses from not only lawmakers. Attorney General Dana Nessel putting out a statement saying that her office has offered their full assistance and resources, working together to monitor the developments to make sure everybody stays safe. Senator Alyssa Slotkin also putting out a statement on social media, and as we're reading this live right now, bear with me, please. My internet is not working on my phone at the moment, but we are, again, like I said, just getting reaction from all sorts of leaders. So here's the statement from Slotkin. Quote, the people of Dearborn are once again under attack from an out-of-state influencer looking for controversy. The mayor, Abdullah Hammoud, and police chief and religious leaders of all faiths are again showing leadership and demonstrating that Michigan is united against hate and Islamophobia. Dearborn is as Michigan as it gets, and as police chief Issa Shaheen says, these individuals are coming for one reason and one reason alone, to provoke a reaction. She added, the most powerful thing this community can do is give them an audience. Don't give them the satisfaction. That comes.
So you mean to tell me Jake Lane not from Dearborn, Michigan? Why the fuck do he care about what happened in Dearborn if he not from there? Jesus King.
Of all of this, and it looks like, Roop, the crowd is kind of gathered up there once again.
You know what? That's the thing. Like, I keep hearing motherfuckers say Jesus is king. Jesus is this, Jesus is that. But then you go out here and you do shit like this. You go out here and you infringe on other people's freedoms, and then you try to bring it and throw it on Jesus. Don't put this on Jesus. Jesus ain't got nothing to do with this. Jesus somewhere minding his business. He ain't got no part of this. He don't want no part of this. If I was him, I wouldn't want no part of this. This shit just crazy. Again, you niggas got distracted by what y'all should have been really worried about. Y'all should have been worried about the data center being put in your community. But because all the fucking news cycles and shit like that, y'all seen niggas talking about Muslims coming to your neighborhood and this, that, and the third. Y'all caused a ruckus and an uproar. Did anybody ever take a second to think that it's mighty funny that they voting on the data center bill and on having another mosque built or bigger mosque built in the city of Dearborn? Nobody ever thought about why those two lands are on the same date, close to it. Think about it. And when you come up with it, put it in a comment. I bet you know.
I do want to listen into that if we can real quick, just to hear what people are having to say.
Out loud what few are brave enough to say, that he had been lied to. In place of the danger he was promised, he found hospitality. He found dignity, and he found the people who treat a stranger as if he was already a neighbor. The other group came for none of that. They came to shout, they came to film, they came to be seen. And to them I said then, and I'll say it again tonight, our table is still set. There is a seat for you. There is a plate of shawarma, a glass of Yemeni tea. You don't have to agree with a single thing we believe to break bread with us. And the invitation still stands, even tonight, even as another so-called crusade is organized at our doorstep. But some of the people who most need to hear these words will never walk into this chamber. So tonight, let me speak past this room to those who hold real power over what happens next. In 2024, I endorsed Donald Trump for president. I was wrong. I have never hidden it. I said so plainly then, and I'll say it again now, in front of my neighbors. I let my grief over Gaza lead me to a decision I regret. I own that mistake, and because I own it, I have earned the right to say what comes next. Mr. President, the man leading this march walks free because of you. Your pardon gave him back his liberty, and he has chosen to spend that liberty targeting a city whose own voters helped return you to office. We did not come to you out of blind loyalty. We came because we were tired of the two parties that seem to answer to the same distant interests. You asked for our trust, we gave it, and in our hour of need, you've given us silence. One sentence from you would end this: condemn the march. When a Muslim nation gave you a gift of a plane, there was no outrage. But when the same community asked only to be left in peace in its own hometown, your silence is louder than any bullhorn on the streets. And to the Republicans who just won their primaries, John James, Mike Rogers, and the rest of the ticket, I have a word for you too. You want to govern the state. You want to carry Michigan's voice to Washington. Then hear me clearly. Dearborn is Michigan. If you are the tireless workers you claim to be on the campaign trail, then work for the people of this country, not for the spread of Islamophobia, not at the command of any foreign lobby. Thomas Massey has shown that a Republican can put his nation first and stand firm under pressure. If you cannot bring yourself to say one plain sentence that you do not want a crusade in Michigan, then you already have told every family in the city exactly how little we are worth to you. Now, let me be clear about what the January 6th convict and those marching behind him are really after. They did not come here for conversation. They came to provoke us, to film our reaction, and to turn our anger into division and to carry our division home like a trophy. Their whole livelihoods depend on this moment, so let's refuse to give it to them. And to the young people especially, yeah. All right, thank you. The noise will pass, Dearborn will remain, and so will we. Thank you.
Arrive at 10 p.m. tonight.
And I'm Aaron Jordan. Thank you so much for staying with us. It is 8:30 right now. The city council meeting in Dearborn still underway as demonstrations are happening outside. We want to go now to Fox 2's Dave Spencer, who is joining me now live. Dave, if you can hear me, I want to know what's going on out there. What are you seeing and what's the latest?
Yeah, Aaron, when I last checked in, it was probably close to 8 o'clock and things were pretty going at a good clip here. And then after that, things really died down. But just in the last few minutes, things have picked up in terms of the activity that we're seeing in and around the library. That being this protest, this counter protest, people opposed to the appearance here of Jake Lang and his supporters walking down Michigan Avenue, coming from some sort of other location where they had gathered and walking here to gather once more in front of the steps of the library, which has always been at this perimeter ever since about 7:30 or so, where we saw the police in full riot gear who are still here standing in perimeter along with the mounted patrols, making sure that no one gets as far or as close as they want to the library where that meeting is taking place. And again, these protesters are coming down, gathering in little pockets out here on the lawn. They're met with some resistance. Usually it's some name calling. Then one person gets in another person's face. Things can either escalate or de-escalate from there, depending on the kind of intervention that we've kind of been witnessing from police. We did watch within the last few seconds a young woman being taken away in these plastic handcuffs that they have for the demonstrators who are taken into custody. Those people that are taken into custody are taken directly into the library where we assume they're being processed to some degree. But you can kind of see these pockets that are gathering there on the perimeter. Again, these are part of there was far fewer people here just a half hour ago. So all these people that you're seeing right there were walking west to east down Michigan Avenue and have gathered there right in front of the lawn of the library. That's pretty much the extent of what's been going on. All of this has been boiling all day long and has been continuing as the meeting takes place inside the library. Of course, I'm sure you've mentioned how many ad nauseum here that the fact that they had to move from city council into the library, given the amount of people they expected to show up. Well, and speaking with the police here, yes, that is exactly why they did it, and they say this is exactly what they expected. There's nothing that is out of the realm of expectation here. They're hoping that this remains at this peaceful level that we're witnessing right here. So a lot of back and forth, but again, we're seeing some skirmishes break out, but nothing in terms of widespread what I would consider to be rioting. So we have seen a number of physical altercations take place. They're quickly dissipated, and then things kind of move along once the agitators are taken away, taken into custody. Police tell us they have a good handle on the situation, and the ebbs and flows continue. This was kind of unexpected, seeing this large swath of people move down Michigan Avenue, and that's kind of what brought us to the point where we're at right now. I'll throw it back to you.
Dave, when they moved down Michigan Avenue, were they following someone, or were they following something, or was it just the way the protest kind of moved at that point?
Yeah, what caught my eye were the number of flags out front. So I don't know if there was kind of a leadership role, or if they decided now we were taking our wherever their kind of protest, their counter protest was taking place. They decided, okay, now it's time to march it here and take it to where the other protest is taking place. But now it seems like they're outnumbering the number of supporters here for Jake Lang in terms of the number of people that are against him. So we're seeing that number, his supporters, because we have been informed, and I can't confirm, that he has indeed left. So he's no longer in the area. So maybe when he left, a good contingent of his supporters left with him. So this is what we're left with the counter protesters, met with some resistance, and you can kind of hear kind of the commotion going on just on the other side of these police that are in full riot gear, and the bicycle fences that they've kind of moved back in stages, which was quite a choreographed effort to make sure that they could kind of control as much space as they want. And they're able to use the physical barriers of the library's lawn here to their advantage as well. So, at first when we saw these crowds kind of storming the front of the library, these were much more scattered in terms of there wasn't any police in riot gear, first of all, but the bike racks were kind of laid about willy-nilly. This is a very much more controlled effort to keep the crowds at bay, much more effective method, and we see the mounted police as well, kind of making sure that things don't escalate from here. But at the moment, things have been pretty quiet, pretty peaceful. In terms of the chanting, in terms of the music, that has died down considerably as well, because that was going full clip for a good 2 hours, and we were kind of on the front row seat. And then, as I've been mentioning, kind of these pockets of disturbance would break up, and then they would subdue, and on we would go. Yeah, we've heard from police who said they've made multiple arrests. We've seen it firsthand. We've seen some, or I have seen some of these physical altercations where a police officer actually took one of the people and threw them into the bike rack before ushering them off after things got physical within two parties in a group there. So outside of that, outside of those kind of minor isolated incidents, as I would call them, because there weren't any considerable injuries, and the one person that was taken away in an ambulance for when this first broke out, she fell over a bike rack and seemed to hit her head. Just from my witnessing of that, I didn't get any official word on her injuries, but she was taken away in a gurney. That's pretty much all I could say that I've witnessed in terms of the disturbances. Otherwise, peaceful protests, people kind of going back and forth, sharing their views, sometimes profanity-laced views, but nevertheless having the right to do so and being allowed to do so back and forth all evening long.
Dave
Aaron.
Spencer for us live tonight. Thank you, Dave. We're going to be checking back in with you in just a little bit, and I want to go to those the chopper footage right now if we can, because again, that's giving us a really good vantage point as well of what we're seeing at this point. To Dave's point, it really seems he was saying that it really sounds like that things have shifted to where more it is the pro-Islam protesters that are out there, and you can see police surrounding several religious buildings out there, just appearing to keep everything safe. We are getting some perspective now from Brendan Gutenschwager. Brendan, you're on Fox 2 Detroit Live right now, and you have been there. Can you tell me where you are and what you're seeing at this point?
I'm currently outside of the Henry Ford Centennial Library. There's still quite a few protesters outside. Jake Lang has left. He spoke a little bit earlier at the city council meeting, but there's still quite a few people outside now, a large police presence, and some people kind of just milling about, others in a little bit more close proximity, like small dense areas. Yeah, and the street is still closed down eastbound. By the library, many police in the roadway there.
And for you've been on the scene all night. Can you tell me what you have really seen throughout the evening as these protests have really seemed to have ramped up, died down, and just kind of gone back and forth when it comes to that?
Yeah, so earlier, Jake Lang had arrived outside and was outside the portion of the library facing an avenue for quite a bit. There was a set of barricades that was set up there, and large police presence there as well. Eventually, they went inside, and then some protesters remained outside. There was a much smaller crowd inside because of the capacity inside the actual area where the place. And after a while there, Jake spoke. Then, basically, as soon as he was done speaking, he exited from as well as somebody else who appeared to have gone in with him. And then there was still more protests going on outside. At some point, Jake departed from the area in the back of a truck, back of a pickup truck, I should say. And there were some people that kind of started to go in that direction, but police basically said to not go there and to stay over by the sidewalk. And then people actually just started marching in the street on Michigan Avenue, started basically mobilizing and making their way westbound, and eventually just kind of stopped at a certain point when they reached an area near where some traffic was backed up.
So, Brendan, that was Jake that we were seeing getting out of the back of that pickup truck into a minivan and then appearing to shout something toward the group that was gathered outside the library.
So I didn't see the minivan portion specifically. However, earlier he was outside in that area. Police were in close proximity and kind of like walked alongside him as he made his way close towards the library. And then he basically was just outside one of the library entrances with a set of barricades around him. He stood outside there for a little while prior to the meeting, prior to going inside of it, and then eventually went inside.
Does it seem like at this point, Brendan, that the crowd is starting to slowly disperse and move away, or is everyone still kind of hanging around?
There's quite a few still hanging around. I would estimate it at maybe close to 150 to 200, something like that. It's definitely a smaller crowd than earlier. I do actually see people as I'm turning around right now. I see people that are walking away. So it does seem like it's dispersing. It's definitely a lot calmer than it was earlier. In particular, right now, Jake Lang is no longer in this immediate vicinity, so you don't have that factor there. So there are a lot of people just standing around talking. Some people slowly making their way away from me.
Brendan Gutenschwager, we really appreciate you taking the time and joining us tonight. Thank you for your coverage of everything that is going on out there. We really appreciate your hard work.
Thank you. I appreciate you having me on to talk about it.
Of course. And if you're just joining us, the meeting in Dearborn is still underway at this point. It appears we are having some more public comment that is going on inside the meeting. And again, you're seeing the crowd outside of the Henry Ford Centennial Library in Dearborn. That again is where the meeting was moved tonight, away from Dearborn City Hall once it was clear that these protesters were going to be showing up. Again, you see police on mounted gear. You were hearing from Brendan Gutenschwager, a independent journalist who has been on the scene, as well as Fox 2's Dave Spencer, who is out there as well. And things they were saying have really started to calm down. Especially now that that Lang has left, that aspect of it is gone, so that you don't have any people stirring up the crowd. Again, seems very peaceful out there at this point. A decent sized crowd still gathered outside of it, though. Let's go back inside the Dearborn City Council meeting if we can. I'd like to hear more of what they're saying.
Ever prior to today been in Dearborn, including the preacher, because I've never in my life been unwelcomed anywhere here. I'm so sorry. I am so very deeply embarrassed, but speaking for a great deal of my community, we support you, we stand with you, we stand with our Muslim brothers and sisters, and I don't know how much these people are actually even really against you. First of all, the biggest population of Muslims in the United States are Southeast Asians. The second biggest population, I myself am not Muslim, but they look like me. That's the second biggest population.
You have 30 seconds remaining.
Thank you. Arab people are the third biggest population of Muslims. I am fully aware of who has oppressed my people since day one. I am fully aware of what they look like and my history, and they do not look like my Muslim brothers and sisters. I stand with you today, my family stands with you tomorrow, and we will always stand with you as long as we try. Thank you.
The next one, it's hard to read out the first name, but it's Arnold's last name. Stephen. Yes, sir. All right.
Good evening. Just saw an old face there. We ran for mayor many years ago against each other. He got more votes than me. I came in third, though. I didn't have all the money he had to spend. All right. Good evening. First of all, great planning. Excellent. This could have exploded. It's pretty bad out there. Could have been 10 times worse. Excellent. A+. Mr. Srini, great reel that you sent out. That kept thousands of people from coming. I was at the gym this morning. Everyone was saying, they're not coming. They're going to ignore this noise. And they did. You could have had 100,000 people out there. Okay? They chose to stay home. Okay? Saved. We've got a lot of mess, right? We have in Dearborn an excellent mayor. I know, I've watched him. I've learned from him. He is dynamic. He's smart. Wish I was as smart as that. He did make a mistake a couple months ago, right? He's laughing.
Yo, I appreciate everybody for stopping by, catching a protest with your boy Chemo, the motherfucking hero. Tomorrow we're gonna do the Keefy D shit. So be here at 1 o'clock sharp. We're gonna do the Keefy D trial tomorrow. I don't know what the fuck Dearborn going through. Dearborn going through a lot. A lot of those flags that I saw flying out there during this protest from the Muslim people, and I say this as a real person. A lot of those flags that I seen out there from the Muslim people, they were terrorists. They were terrorist flags. They was linked to terror organizations. Now I'm not one to give a fuck, but I do recognize when I see danger. And I do see the danger in us having a lot of Muslims that were not born and raised in the United States. I'm not saying that there's a difference in the religion. No, it's not a difference in the religion. But there's a difference in the values. We were raised different, brought up different, seen different things, lived different lives, experienced different laws. Now, the laws that they experience, I can understand why it gives some people unease when they have shit like this happen. I get it. I understand it. But at the same time, we gotta recognize that this is a problem that we caused. That's facts. If you don't want a lot of people in your country, stop going to other people's country, causing them fucking stress and making them refugees, because America's gonna open their doors and they're gonna accept them. You'll have mayors like the one in Dearborn having to do like this. Is a different type of white person. I don't consider Arabs people of color. I don't. And I don't consider Muslim as an ethnicity. That's the same thing that I would say about Jewish. I don't see Judaism as an ethnicity. I see that shit as a religion. You'll never get me to believe that your ethnicity, or however the fuck you say it is, your race is Jewish, Muslim, Christian, Hindu, any of that. Because that's not your race. Your race is something else. That's the religion you follow. Now, Arabs are mainly Muslim. Europeans are mainly Christian. Asians are Hindus. Majority of them are. But we don't got the same values. That's a fact. The values that they got, we don't have. The struggle that they live, we never experienced. The wartime that they lived in, we never lived like that. We never lived with the sense of having to worry about a bomb dropping on us every motherfucking day. We got to sleep comfortably knowing that there's never going to be a missile that blow up our house or a drone following us to the store or us not having enough food to eat. Like, we've never experienced that. We've never experienced having to walk to a checkpoint to get food. We've never had to do that shit. And now America has come to the point where you can't go back. We can only go forward. And the steps that we are taking is sending us backwards. We're not moving forward. There's no such thing as progress without a struggle. But the progress that we're trying to make, we are allowing old white people to dictate how our young lives are supposed to go. Now, if you ever been on my thing, you've heard me say before that I think political office should be tied to the death penalty. I believe that wholeheartedly. If you lie to the people, if you cheat the people, or you steal from the people, you deserve to die. I think the political office need to be tied to the death penalty. I do. And I think if we was legally able to kill politicians without us, like literally do it a legal way, that will save a lot of us a lot of drama, a lot of trouble. It'll end racism. It'll end fucking police brutality. It'll end a lot of the shit that we are going through. Do you know why? Because now your life is on the line. All this corruption that we're going through, we wouldn't be going through. You know why? Because you wouldn't want to lose your life. See, people believe that you should cut off a hand if you steal. Okay. But what if you steal from millions of poor people? Oh, well, your morals are already fucked up, and the fact that you're in a position to lead means that we need to remove you. Not just remove you from office, remove you from off this fucking earth. That's what we need to do. Because we have too many con artists and con men inside of political office. And here you got people getting up here saying they peace. And those city councilmen don't give a fuck about nothing y'all saying. Because those city councilmen already know what they gonna do. They already know how they gonna vote. They already know that they not going to stay before the meeting already commenced. They already decided they was gonna vote that Mars in. Before the meeting even commenced, they had already decided that they was gonna vote that data center in. But see, the thing is that y'all was too distracted with the monster. Realize the real danger is the data center. That's the problem. We too busy worried about another fucking religion or race or anything when our government is putting data centers up everywhere. And the data centers take millions of gallons of water to cool off a single chip. Do we need the data centers? No. But we're not paying enough attention to the right stuff. And now look where we at. Look what we arguing about. We're arguing, like, matter of fact, black folks, we're not arguing about anything. They're arguing. They're fighting. This is, like I said again, Arabs is another form of white people. You don't like it? If you don't like what I'm saying, challenge me on that. Challenge me to my knowledge that Arabs are not white people. And I'll give you the history of the Arabs, and then you tell me if you close your eyes and only heard what the fuck they've done, would you consider them the same as white people? And you would. You truly would. Only other people that killed because of a religion. White people. They killed for Christianity, and Arabs killed for Islam. Both of them don't like gay people. I'm just saying, like, again, put them side by side. Line them up. Just put them side by side, line them up. And if you go through all the things you see, you'll tell yourself, he right. He right. But this been another episode of Chemo Unfiltered. I love y'all for stopping by, hanging out with me. Dearborn, I hope you get your shit together. I hope you don't turn into Flint, Michigan. Because y'all getting a data center too. And y'all too busy worried about the mosque to understand the real danger is the data center. I wish y'all could see it. But good night, everybody. I catch y'all at 3 a.m. I know we'll be live again.